Once upon a time, there was a little girl who was trapped. This is the story of her great escape. No! That's not right!
You just said no to me.
Hey everyone, Ryan here. So before I get into my full swing review of Matilda, the musical that just came out on Netflix, I want to give a little more back history of this movie. So if you're not aware with this, yes, this movie was a novel to start off with that came out in 1988. Roald Dahl's version of Matilda actually came out in a decade, almost a decade later, believe it or not. In 1996, we get our first movie version of this movie, Matilda. Miller Wilson plays Matilda in the 1906 version. We have Danny DeVito, Rhea Perlman as the parents. And this is a perfect movie, I gotta say. This is a great classic movie. If you have not seen it, I would strongly recommend it. But moving on even more to a decade, or maybe even more than that, November 2011, we get our first premiere of this musical, Broadway, Matilda the Musical. And I have to say off the bat, I never saw the musical, but after seeing this movie version of this, I strongly encourage me, hoping to see it. Hopefully it's in my local area around here to be able to see it. For those who have just seen it, leave some comments down below. But talking about this movie, I can actually see some key points in this movie, what actually focused on the Broadway play and merged on to the movie just as well too. How the music was really catchy just as well too. And you have to give all this credit to the kids as well too, especially in this movie. It's a full cast kids movie, it's a family movie, but it turns to a dark side of it this as well too. But you have to give full credit to these kids. The lead actress in this who plays Matilda is Alicia Ware, and I can understand how she got this role. She is brilliant. She says everything about Matilda that this it's perfect with. And I can understand they probably had a big list of Matildas out there trying to search for that perfect one. But Alicia Ware's that perfect she's the perfect Matilda. And there's someone else in this cast as well too. Emma Thompson is actually in this. If you remember her from Annie McPhee, other movies as well too, how she has to dress up. And sometimes you can't actually see the real Emma Thompson because she's well covered with makeup and bodysuits and stuff like that. And that's exactly what we get in this movie, as Mrs. Trunchbull is even more evil than we can ever respect in this Matilda world, or universe, I should say. She seems even more worse from the 1996 version. I thought she was bad in that, but in this one, it just seems like she brings it to a new, different level. So since she's the head minister in this movie, how does she treat her kids? She treats her kids pretty dirty, I gotta say. There's a particular scene when I saw this trailer with you guys over a month ago, where there's a girl that with the ponytails. She grabs the girl by her ponytails and starts swinging her like she's like a game at the Olympics and just throws her. She's lucky she didn't kill the little girl, but I don't know. It's just scenes like that. It makes it hard to watch. And they also bring this movie into a dark level just as well too. Once again, I did not see the Broadway play, so I can't really compare both of them at the same time. But I can imagine what they actually elaborate on in the movie different from the Broadway play, because when you got the Broadway play, you got props to work with. In the movie, you can go to each and every scene and change what you want to actually do, and even elaborate more into these movies as well too. Because I'm also thinking about the movies such as Chicago and High School Musical just as well too, how they actually switched props and actually made things differently. But focusing on Matilda the musical, I actually thought, yes, it actually did work for me, believe it or not. I like what they actually did with this. Even though it seemed more on the dark side of things, I liked Alicia Ware's character in this movie, playing Matilda. And actually, the first hour, since this is a 2-hour movie, the first hour we actually get the background of who Matilda actually is and why she's going to this school for girls, and what is going on this as well too. Now, how bad is Mrs. Trunchbull this as well too? This is she gets Matilda in just a new version along with the movie, of course. She gets a bad vibes off of her parents, the people around her just as well. And we also have Mrs. Honey. That's the one that really eases her on her side, that to make her feel more comfortable, to be able to talk to. And it's the teacher you're able to talk to and be able to feel comfort. And that's what happens in this version of this as well too with Matilda. And this as well too, we find even more twists in this movie that's different from what we actually got from the movie. In the book, this as well too, this reflects it more different. So you guys gotta remember, if you're gonna go into this movie, you got to realize, don't base this movie on the 1996 version, because it is totally different. But once again, I'm saying there's some particular scenes that I have the same situations as well, as the movie is as well too. So this movie, Matilda the musical, are totally separate from the 1996 version. But if you have seen the Broadway play, which I haven't, then you might actually get some key points from this as well too. For those who are actually watching on this right now too, if have seen the Broadway play, leave some comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys gotta say. If you saw the movie already, which came out on Christmas Day on Netflix, what do you guys actually think? Do you actually think that they actually did a good job merging the Broadway play into a movie? Most of the cases, it seems like they could. Once again, I'm talking about they actually can do that, but once again, they elaborate more onto the movie and maybe give some more background as it is in the movie. Do you think that's the case? So I'm talking to you for those who have seen the Broadway play. Leave some information down below. It's too bad I haven't seen the play, because I want to see it now after seeing this movie, because it's great musical numbers. I can see particular scenes. There's a particular song that was really catchy. What was it? When I Grow Old, something like that. That was pretty catchy, I gotta say that. And there's other great musical numbers with these kids as well too, along with individual like Miss Honey gives an individual solo song this as well too, which I absolutely loved. The same with Emma Thompson with this playing Mrs. Trenchbull. She even gets a couple song choices as well in this movie just as well. I thought Emma Thompson's brilliant, and I'm glad to see her once again playing a role like that after seeing movies like Nanny McPhee. How she's all, you can't recognize her in this movie. That's the thing with this. I was trying to look at her straight, and I couldn't keep straight sometimes, because I was just laughing all the time looking at Mrs. Trenchbull, who's actually Emma Thompson in this movie. So once again, you guys kind of see I got a kick of Emma Thompson playing on the character, which I thought she was a perfect role for this movie. She delivers on her parts in these movies, such as this. She delivers so much in this, and she gives so much attitude, and she brings the character to life this as well too. I just feel this was a really good family movie. Once again, it can be a little dark for the whole family, but just let you know, there will be particular dark scenes in this movie, so just let your kids know. But overall, I actually thought this movie was great. Check out my grade over to my left-hand side to see what I actually gave this movie. It's a great one, and it's a great, I feel, a great classic for the future of Netflix on the stations as well, too. So the movie just came out on Netflix December 25th on Christmas Day, and I had a great time with the movie. And I did this after seeing this movie, it doesn't really encourage me to check out the play. Hopefully somewhere in my local area here to actually be able to check it out. That'd be cool to actually see. So anyways, I can start wrapping things up saying, my name is Ryan. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give those thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you at the movies next time. Bye.
Your mind is extraordinary. Just the biggest suck in the world. Who's doing it?